Three blockers up, and he's able to roll it over and down.
It's rare in men's volleyball that you tip the ball like that, a little roll shot, and have it go down to the floor. This is a power game. It's not a soft tipping game, so rare for that. That just shows how the experience of Popovic and how good he is.
Yeah, two-time All-American. Rosenthal going back row, and Adrian Rohr. Air France cleared for takeoff from behind the line.
He and Sakanoko have made their mark already tonight with a bick apiece.
17 serving 12.
Bick being a back row quick, for those who don't know. Back row quick.
Here's the middle set, and that one ripped into by Brad Bell. Poor Quentin Greenwich. He's just kind of there in the hitting zone, so to speak.
Well, that's one of the things that makes him good is he knows where to go. Unfortunately, sometimes the ball arrives quicker than he thinks.
Yeah. Here's the serve by the delegate, and he serves it long. Are we seeing a little bit of just some first match type of dustiness here for the Ramblers?
I think so. This is not, I predict before the night's over, right now they're hitting 250. Before the night's over, they'll be hitting over 300. And the more serves will be going in on both sides, I think.
3 service errors now for Loyola Chicago. And there's an ace. I was about to say, no service ace. Favorite devices. All right, let's take another look at this. Louis Sakanoko, the absolute heater in real time.
That had to be around 70 miles an hour. And we'll see if he can duplicate it. I think not. I think he's going to take something off this and have a warm-up. We'll see.
Charlie Wade telling us that Louis served 76 miles an hour in the practice gym. Oh, and he did try to roll it over, and that time sent it into the string. Should have just let him rip it again.
I know. Hawaii, way too many service errors tonight. Hawaii with 6 now. So Loyola of Chicago has got almost half their points from Hawaii mistakes.
It's a great pass by Greenwich to Treesky. The block hadn't fully formed on the Ramblers side. And Christian Tatrisky taking advantage.
Noah, it doesn't make any difference if it's formed. He's hot right now.
You could have 4 blockers up sometimes. Tatrisky is batting 1,000. 5 kills on 5 swings. And here's Finn Kearney coming in as a serving sub, the 6'5" sophomore from Phoenix, Arizona. 20 serving 14. Backside, that's Sosa, and the block by Rohr got a piece, but nobody was home in that deep corner. And so Sosa gets another kill. That's his second.
Really good pass by J.J. Soa that time off a tough serve.
Soa now in his 4th year with the program out of Orange, California, in Mater Dei High School. Had a career 19 digs versus McKendree last season. And there's Tread going over on 2. He makes it look like it's a tennis court net when he does that. And it just feels like an unfair advantage at 6'11".
Picks up his 3rd kill already. And you see the block is not ready. The back row is not ready. The off blocker is not ready.
And then he floats it over, passed by Fabakovic. Backside, Sosa down the line. A smoke show by Alexander Sosa.
That was hit with some authority there. A good pass. You see Hawaii's middle blockers are committing with the Loyola middle, leaving the outsides one-on-one.
16 serving 21. Sosa to serve into the string. That's the 4th service error for Loyola Chicago. You're starting to see, as you predicted, C-Mac, a little bit of the rhythm starting to come on the side of Loyola. They're now hitting 357 after toiling in the negatives early in the set.
Yeah, and their serving will get better as well.
Roll serve there by Rohr. Middle set. That one hit long by Klein. No touch up front. And Hawaii closing in here. 23 serving 16. It is the largest lead for the Rainbow Warriors in set 1. And another timeout signaled by Shane Davis.
Really given a lot of responsibility to Dalton Solberg, a young assistant coach. Solberg's got the middles, scouting, international, and practice drills.
How about that serve? Oh, Oh, the French connection is calibrated from the service line. Sakanoko lit a fuse with his ace, and now Adrian Rohr, his colleague from France, able to deliver an ace out of the deck as well.
He's a really good player, and Soa's been passing great.
Aloha ball here in set 1, and just like Louis, tried to take a little something off and hit it into the net. So Hawaii still sitting on Aloha ball in what is a pretty lopsided score here, despite 7 service errors. They're hitting .667 as a squad in set 1.
Early in the year, you don't expect the offense to be this finely tuned. Offenses usually get better as the season goes on.
That one popped straight up in the air by Greenwich, so Rohr going to set up Sakanoko, and a good dig in the back row there by Jake Reed. From behind the line, it's Sosa, and he's able to get it down, despite the layout effort by Rohr.
I thought the serve might have been out, and I thought that last swing might have been out. But Rohr took it.
Third set point here for Hawaii. Pass by Greenwich, that time a better one. Back row, Rohr. Set. There's some production in the middle for Hawaii from Justin Todd, the redshirt sophomore from Houston, Texas. Graduated in 2023 from Honolulu High School, where he was a prep All-American. Spent 1 year over there with the Namenihune program. 1 serving 0. Float serve there by Rosenthal, and how about McGilligan getting in on the action? Says, yeah, I can do that too.
Did he take a page out of Rosenthal's book right there? Almost looked identical.
Ryan McGilligan, who played during the summer with several Hawaii guys.
Played with Wade, played with Rosenthal, played with Travell Jordan. And I think he knows the Hawaii's lineup about as well as he knows his own lineup.
So 1 serving 1. And that one blasted long there by Hayden Klein. 15 returnees total, 5 returning starters for Loyola Chicago. But again, losing 2 key components. And they do have some depth, though. Shane Davis telling us, in fact, in the middle, they have a multitude of some very exciting and intriguing middle hitters that we might see, depending on how things go here this first weekend. Bryce Robbins, one of the many, many pin-hitting arms on this roster. He hails from Phoenix, Arizona, just like Finn Kearney. And in fact, they both attended Sandra Day O'Connor High School. Saw them shaking hands with one another prior to the match. He's able to get that kill. 2 serving 2. Back row, there's Rohr. And Adrian gets his number called again. The 6'5" sophomore from Lyon, France. ABCA first-team All-American a year ago. Have you seen improvement in his game here through 2+ matches?
Oh, big-time improvement. He's much more consistent. He's taking. I think he's making a better decisions on his shot making.
Outside here, Sosa block. Got a chunk there. Todd with the dig. Back bump set to Treesky with 2 hands. Just put it to the middle of the floor.
I thought for sure that Rosenthal was going to use his hands to back set it to the front left attacker. Instead, he back bumps 35 feet across the row, across the court, and then to Treesky. That should have been blocked. Let's be honest, it should have been blocked.
Yeah, Sosa pulled off there that time. Wasn't sure what was coming. And then Sosa gets pegged by Justin Todd as he was standing out of bounds. And it's an ace for Hawaii.
These cards come out. Justin Todd, I'm telling you, he brings it from behind that service line. Makes a big difference in Hawaii's output. He missed the ball. He was out by 6 feet. And he gets an ace. Go figure.
5 serving 2. Took a little something off that time. Middle set and forget about it.
Jojo Gonzalez
says, ole, solo style in the middle of the net.
McGillicuddy last time repeated, went back to the middle.
57 so far. They had just 1 attack error. Nonetheless, he's
Jordan, the transfer from Grand Canyon. Out of Mesa, Arizona, 6'10" sophomore. Hawaii inspiration. In fact, 5 straight points right now for Hawaii. And our Are you for real? A hat trick here on this service run for Justin Todd. Oh, the ace towels working hard here tonight in the arena.
Notice he used a different club that time after timeout. He wasn't going to give the big heater. He was going to take something off and make sure he kept it in.
That's an overpass. Oh, but Jordan could not take advantage. And a missed opportunity that time.
Travell Jordan owes Justin Todd the biggest plate lunch he can find, or a Pokeball, go figure, but his favorite food, because that was an absolute put down.
What a service run there by Justin Todd. Cross-court bump set from Tatriski to Sakonoko. Layout save there, Fabakovic. Here's Sosa, skips it off the hands and down, and the Ramblers going to try to find some traction here in set two. Yeah, Justin Todd at the service line, that was looking more like a dodgeball match, really, than anything else.
It was.
Five kills for Sosa on 7 swings hitting .571. Right side, here's Tatriski. And it's one of those things, do you make mention of it? Do you treat it like a pitcher in baseball? I don't know. We can just tell you the stats. That's our job. But 7 swings, 7 kills here so far for Christian Tatriski.
He's uncanny right now.
Looks the serve over. Back row, Fabakovic off the block, and look out in the front row. Greenwich giving chase, unable to get there. Greenwich, another one of those high-profile transfers for Hawaii, 5'8" junior from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Transfer from University of Windsor. Good pass there by Greenwich. Back row war. One hand up by Brad Bell, but the Ramblers couldn't scramble to return it, and another kill for Adrian War. He is pulverizing the volleyball here tonight.
I have never seen him hit the ball so hard. He just seems so in control of himself, moving the ball around, hitting them where he wants to.
Here's Sakonoko. What are we going to get here? A high toss. Made sure he got it in that time. Middle set, and that one delivered in the sweet spot there by Aiden Klein.
One mistake Louis made there was hitting that soft serve to their best passer. He needs to keep it away from the libero. That Soa knows how to pass the fig. I'll tell you, he's good.
Yeah, Soa has really lifted his game over the last couple of seasons. Earned the starting libero job midway through 2024. And there's a joust above the tape that is won by Tread Rosenthal. 6'11" in length. Those huge mitts for hands. He'll be winning a lot of those in these situations.
He's so athletic as well.
And a little bit of an example of how he physically has developed. Remember, he's still only 19 years old here at the start of the season, and yet you can see the strength has certainly increased for Tread Rosenthal. Another good middle attack that time by Aiden Klein. Yeah, what else have you seen here in Tread Rosenthal's game, and now this his junior campaign so far?
First of all, his blocking far superior to the past. I think his set decisions are he's getting better every night. And his calling his own number is also a good thing to see.
Backside, here's Tatriski off the block and out. Stay hot, kid. 12 serving 7.
The question now is, should Tread Rosenthal just set Tatriski every ball?
Good pass there by Louis as well. And Tread Rosenthal serving up some guava jelly here so far in this match. Sosa lights that one aflame. Goes down the line. And Quentin Greenwich wasn't able to come up with that one.
Really good swing by Sosa that time. And you notice that Greenwich is right there, the right spot. He knows how to line up behind the block just perfectly. Smart play.
There's Lucas Anderson, a junior out of Manhattan Beach, California, on the serve. Louis sets up Roar, and he gets denied. There were 6 hands across for the Ramblers that time. And they get the roof. And they're within 3 here in the second. So Hawaii hitting 600. Just 1 hitting error. But look at Loyola Chicago. They're hitting 667 with just 1 hitting error.
A couple of on-fire offenses, huh?
Pass by Greenwich is an overpass, and it is hit out. Brad Bell could not take advantage, so we've seen that a couple of times by middles on either side of the net.
I think the score's 1-1 there.
So 13 serving 9. Adrian Rohr will now serve. Had 33 aces a season ago. Good pass there. Fabakovic gets the set on the outside. Dug up by Greenwich, but to no avail. And Fabakovic now with 4 kills on 6 swings. He has no errors.
Starting to warm up. I told you that the Loyola offense wouldn't sit at 110 like it was in the first set.
And that serve is out. It's now 6 service errors to no aces for the Ramblers. Shane Davis telling us we're not really a high-risk, high-reward type of service team. He feels like he has a lot of different styles at the service line. He says we don't really have any 2 servers that are alike, but we try to be a little bit more precise if possible. We're not necessarily going to just grip it and rip it, but they've had now a collection of service errors that have hurt them at bad times. That would hurt anybody if they got in the way of that swing. Brad Bell demolishing that set.
That was a thing of beauty to watch that one. Great connection between him and McGilligan.
Fabakovic to serve, 11 serving 14. Loyola creeping here, down by just 3. Middle set, Jordan. It was high above the net, forces a scramble play. Free opportunity for Hawaii. Rosenthal backside to Treesky, blocked and roofed. His first hitting error of the match. And it is Bryce Robbins who got most of that one.
Bryce Robbins at 6'4", touches, 11'9", though. He's no small block on the outside there.
Serving 14. That one pulls Rosenthal off the net. Sakanoko, 3 blockers waiting, got blocked. Greenwich with the cover. Sakanoko a second time, takes line and gets it in. And that one had a little spice on it as well. Hawaii gets the 15 first, but we got a more kind of a flip-flop from what we saw in set 1. And out of the timeout to Treesky with the service error. Hawaii did not have a service error yet in set 2 until that attempt right there. And Loyola within 2. So perhaps the most pressure that we have seen Hawaii have to face here yet this very young season.
Yeah.
Is Aiden Delorier, 6'3" freshman from Eastport, New York, on to serve. Good pass that time by Rohr. Backside to Treesky. The set was off the mark. He couldn't do much with it. And the hops of Bryce Robbins. He has some serious bounce. It was evident there as he gets another roof. And it is a 1-point set 2 right now.
A little surprised that Roosevelt didn't go to the middle, try to reestablish that middle attack.
Pass by War is a beauty. Middle set, Jordan laying the smack down.
Did he hear me? Did Trent hear me when I was talking just then? I don't think so. My voice isn't that strong.
He's known to be a good lip reader, though, so maybe. 16 serving 14. 3 kills now for Travell Jordan. And Sakanoko to serve.
Almost took out the Loyola coaching staff there. Solberg just took one in the shoulder.
Dalton Solberg. This has to be a pretty cool feeling for him. First time back in the arena in a long time. Played at the University of Hawaii from 2016 to 2019. And really was at the front end of this run for the University of Hawaii as becoming a perennial national championship type contender. He was one of the contributors to really kind of get this thing into the place that it is now.
And then he went over to Croatia and played professionally, played in Germany. Career there.
And Kearney forces the overpass, stays on the Hawaii side. Bump set roar, quick jump, is able to tool the block. And another mature type of approach that time by Adrian Ward.
Yeah, so rather than trying to hit it hammered hard, he hammered it smart. Chiseling the end of the block.
Loyola Chicago will signal for a timeout. Aforementioned tempo of Loyola Chicago offensively. 2 total blocks for Hawaii in this match. How would you evaluate the way they've been trying to chase that offense down here so far tonight?
Yeah, I think they've done a pretty good job of getting touches, not getting stuff blocks, but pretty good job of getting touches. But right now, I'm a little concerned that Chicago's middle, Loyola Chicago's middles are both really good.
Again, out of the timeout, a service error for Hawaii. That is number 10 here tonight. So the calibration just a little bit off for Hawaii as a team. And so now we have Jake Reed back to serve here for Loyola Chicago. The second set still very much up for grabs. Pass by Greenwich. It's going to be a bump set by Rosenthal to War, and he blasts it off the hands, and it goes out beyond the end line. And makes another good decision that time, facing 6 Loyola Chicago hands.
Yeah, he's going high and hard. Smart job.
Rosenthal with the jump floater on that one.
Set her off the net.
Yeah, forces McGilligan to put on the track shoes, but Bobby Kovic works the block.
There's a reason why he's a 2-time All-American. Shots like that, he's a great volleyball player.
Both his parents played professional volleyball in the Czech Republic, so he comes from really good volleyball stock as well. That was a heater of a serve there by Aiden Klein. Tatriski able to touch it to the near corner. That was artful.
That was the coffin corner, Kanoa. He might have caught both lines there. The sideline and the back line. Let's see. What a play. Wow, that's really hard to do. Soft touch.
20-17. D set here, Sosa, and he got under it. And the hitting error gives Hawaii its 21st point. Just the second hitting error for Alexander Sosa. What a pass there by Reed. Outside Babakovic, the tip drops.
He's had a roll shot and a tip drop tonight for kills. Rarely see that in men's volleyball, the tip drops. Babakovic seems to know where every player is located on the court, and he just hits to the open spot.
At 3:09 last season. And that serve by McGilligan winds up in the netting. And so some of these hitting errors, serving errors, just some of these miscues coming at very inopportune times right now for the Ramblers, as we see for the first time this season, sophomore Kainoa Wade.
Oh, what a summer he had.
Oh my goodness. Played a lot of volleyball. Did not play last weekend. Gets the serve in. Backside, Babakovic. Kicked up in the air by Sakonoko. Tatriski. That's dug up there by Soa. Ramblers go outside to Sosa. Hits it out. And Louis, always with the creativity, after his own joust, was able to knock it back up with the shoe.
Oh, this is the thing of beauty. Look at Louis here. He's pressing over and then popping it up and into the net, so it came off the net. Easier ball to set.
Unbelievable. 23 serving 18. Good serve there by Wade. Backside, Babakovic hits it long. No touch up front, and it is aloha ball for Hawaii in the second frame.
Babakovic's first error of the night.
And so Kainoa Wade out of Kamehameha Kapalama with the serve for set 2. And he sends it long. So good to see him back out there. There is a good chance that we're going to see him in a capacity that is greater than just a service sub here. That's how well he's been playing throughout the summer and in the fall.
And for sure we'll see him a lot next weekend when Hawaii plays lesser opponents.
Pass there by Rohr. Here's Tatriski for set 2. Gets it down.